Zilch left, 35 Wichita Macho
Dice
Toe.
right, F5.
Dice right numbers, 3 Jet Spielberg.
Ready? All right, and welcome back to the Pre-Snap Pressure Podcast, episode 28, and it is the week of the NFL Combine. So, really, last look at we get of these this year at college guys before they officially become pro players. That's mainly what we're going to be talking about today. Hi, Ryan. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Nick. I learned that today hockey is an American sport, so U.S. took
USA.
gold. U.S. took gold over Canada in overtime. Twice, by the way. Both men's and women's won in overtime,
Hey.
which was pretty cool. Um, Finland took bronze, which was cool. They have like 6 stars players, so
Patrick.
yeah, it
Finland.
was a good time in hockey.
Yeah. But yeah, that's, as I mentioned, mainly talking about the NFL draft today. And we're going to go through the first round, all the picks that are in it, see what each team needs. Because I've seen a lot of mock drafts that just are giving teams players that really either don't fit them or they just straight up don't need. So instead of just like kind of what I see a lot of people have been doing, like, I guess, ranking the top 32 players, which is just not how it goes. Yeah, what's a good fit for each team? I feel like this year's draft is a lot different than last year. I feel like everybody knew pretty comfortably what the top like 12-ish picks would be. And then after that, it was a little bit of a mystery.
I mean, yeah, I think they had the top 12 pick down. They just didn't exactly know the order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went
I
like
mean,
we
this
went
year
like 8 for the
is
first 8 last year, didn't we?
yeah, we were pretty good.
Yeah.
This year it's like, I mean, from picks 2 to 32, I genuinely have no idea.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit more on it after the combine this week, but this is pre-combine draft we're going through here. So, anyways, before we get into that, wouldn't be an episode of this podcast without talking about an eligibility battle. Joey Aguilar denied by the NCAA for another year of eligibility. For Tennessee, he tried to use the Pavia ruling last year as precedence because he played in JUCO. And NCAA said, "Nuh-uh." This is gonna happen with Trinidad Chambliss because I thought that was gonna get the big no, and then this one was gonna get yes simply because of the fact they give it to Pavia. I thought neither of them should really gotten yes, but I definitely think Chambliss had a better case than Aguilar, and that's the way it turned out.
I don't think either of them have a case. I don't think you
I
should
don't
get
really
6 years in college.
I don't think so. I don't think so either. But Chambliss definitely had a bigger leg to stand on than Aguilar because his had some nonsense with medical records and eligibility and red shirts and whatnot. Aguilar just
Yeah,
played in
but
JUCO and was like, I want to play another year for no reason.
okay, but like, why are you not like? Why are we just now medically redshirting Trinidad? Like, we're not even like it's. I don't understand how we don't have like the accurate medical,
And
like the
he'll
accurate
be.
medical records for that. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, I think Aguilar might take this one as it is. I think he's going to be in the combine this week. I'm pretty sure. Let
Good.
me just double check on that. So, to the NFL draft for him. But Chambliss did get his. Well, at least he got an injunction granted. So currently is eligible. That could change, but as of right now, he will be Ole Miss's quarterback in 2026. Yes, he will be attending the combine. Aguilar will be.
Good for Aguilar.
Yep.
Get a job.
Get a job. Get a job. Go be a backup somewhere. Anyways,
Hey, that's one of the best jobs in the world to have,
dude,
dude.
I would be a backup quarterback any day of the week.
Dude, I would
Like
kill to be a
literally.
third string quarterback.
Third? Yeah, I would, dude. I would kill to be a practice
Dude,
squad quarterback,
I
bro.
don't have to play. I don't have to play, and I'm making 6 figures.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? I gotta
Anyways,
carry a clipboard.
moving on to the main topic of this episode, the NFL draft.
Yes.
Starting off with the well, let me explain how we're gonna do this. We both have just a picks 1 through 32 up. We're gonna talk about the needs of each team, and we'll give a draft pick. But like I said, this is pre-combine. Nothing's final. There's probably only about one pick here that might be accurate by the time the actual draft comes around. That's probably the first one we're gonna talk about. So that's
Oh, I thought we were starting with pick two.
Oh, just started. No, we're gonna at least mention pick one. The Raiders need a lot of stuff, but they should 1,000% draft Fernando Mendoza with the first overall pick.
Yeah, I mean, Heisman winner, national champion winner, undefeated season, great leader, great guy, number one pick. What else would you want in your number one pick?
Now take every other pick you have and draft some linemen, and then you're good. You'll be
Yeah,
competent this year,
seriously.
which the Raiders haven't been in forever. So,
They will be yeah, 6-11
anyways,
if they do that.
so here's already where I'm seeing some stuff online where I have some disagreements with. Number 2 is the Jets. I've seen a lot of people put Arvell Reese here. No
I
discredit to
don't think that's the right pick.
Arvell Reese. I just don't think that's the right pick for the Jets. What was their main problem on defense this year?
You're asking the wrong guy.
They didn't get turnovers. They had the least turnovers in the NFL. Arvell Reese does not force turnovers at all. He's a good tackler. He could be a very good pass rusher off the ball and sometimes on the line, but he's just not a guy that creates turnovers. So I just don't think that's the right fit here. If you're going to go with a front seven defensive player that's, splash play, probably go Ruben Bain with this pick because I feel
Yeah,
like that's just a better fit to really try and
big
turn
force
that
on the D line.
defense around and put pressure and maybe create some turnovers in the back end. Arvell Reese, I think, could be a great, I don't want to say Fred Warner because that's a very good comp, but that type of player. But that's not somebody to transform a defense that has turnover issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, Ruben Bain, Jets. I just think personally is a better pick than Arvell Reese. Now is the Cardinals at number 3. Still don't know what they're doing with Kyler Murray.
I think what they need to do is they need to pick up a quarterback in free agency because they're not getting one in this round. And realistically, I just don't think they're gonna get like a QB in the second or third round. Like, I just don't think that's where they're at.
Yeah, I don't know. I could
I think I think they're gonna go offensive line here. I
I
think that's the right pick.
I agree. Um yeah, I think
I
that's probably
think
their
I
best
think
move.
yeah, I think Ione out of Penn State or Magoa,
Yeah.
best guard, best tackle.
One of the
Yeah, I mean you've got your pick.
one of those two guards, they'll probably go the tackle from Miami because
Francis Magoa.
yeah, you don't really see guards get drafted this high.
No, you don't, and that's why I mean yeah, it'll be Magoa for sure.
Yeah. Next up is the Titans. Again, team that needs a lot in a lot of different places, but with I'm expecting them to cut Calvin Ridley this offseason. I can say that receiver is probably a good choice here. Now, which receiver is the answer? Got about 3 to choose from. Um,
I mean, my favorite receiver out of those three.
and my favorite receiver. We talked about both these guys, but I honestly don't think
Yeah,
either of those guys are going to be the one that pick. I think they're going to go Carnell Tate.
yeah, I think
Um,
it's Carnell Tate, but that's fine.
I,
I think that's a good pick.
he's a do it all guy. He doesn't need really a good system to flourish in. Um, and it seems like a quarterback friendly target for a team that has a young quarterback that just needs some help
Yeah,
in the weapons department. Next is the Giants. Giants have a couple things that they could go here. Feel like, see, it would work for the Giants if if my Goa was still on the board, because I feel like that'd be a pretty good pick to go with right here. But do you go with Fano here at 5, or do you go somewhere else if you're the Giants?
Yeah, I mean he's a top 20 prospect. It's not crazy to put him uh at in the top five. I mean, that's just position, and I think he's like good enough for that. I think you could put Fano here. I mean,
I think there's nothing wrong with putting Fano here, but I think
because it's
there's enough linemen in the or in the lower rounds.
later, yeah, in the
I
middle rounds. I don't disagree with that.
I think they go Mansour
You can go.
Delaney from LSU.
Okay. I actually don't hate that pick at all. I like them taking a corner here. I think they've got two solid corners. So you get one more and you can move one of those guys to the slot. I think that's a good look. Um, I also think, yeah, they could go receiver here. I mean, yeah, they've got Malik Neighbors, but um, what was I gonna? Oh, yeah, they've got Malik Neighbors, but they really, I mean, they've got Wandale Robinson and Darius Slayton, who are both past their very short primes, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think Delane works here because their defense can be really good. They bring in new coaching staff. John Harbaugh, defensive minded coach. Front seven, not really worried about, especially the defensive line. But the back half has been some questionable at times. Delane comes in, gives you what you hope can turn into a superstar, you know, preferably in year one, as a guy who broke out this year. So that's why I think they go corner here. You notice a theme. A lot of these guys in the top like 8 really need O line help, especially at tackle. There's just not enough tackles to go around, especially this early on. All right, next pickup is the Browns, who also have a lot that they need in order to build
Yeah,
upon with a new coaching staff, especially along the offensive line. And man, they have no receivers. Do the Browns?
yeah. So another problem with the Browns right now, every single one of their offensive linemen is set to become a free agent.
That's an issue.
So until they sign one to four or five of them, their pick should be offensive line.
Yeah, I'm putting
Not even a
Spencer
question.
Fano here.
It's Spencer for now.
Let's go with Fano here. Commanders have a couple of questions, especially on defense. Here, I think,
Hmm.
is a good spot for Arvell Reese. A central
I agree
focal
with that.
point to a defense that really needs it, that struggled in multiple areas. Arvell Reese can come in and solve a good number of their problems with
And
pressure.
you know who can mentor him?
Do you still have Bobby Wagner? Or am I making that up?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, it'd be a great pick.
Next up is the Saints, who turned up a little bit at the end of last year, but still obviously room to improve if they're number 8, still bottom of their division. I like receiver here for the Saints.
I
Which one is their
I
preference?
can agree with that.
Either Lemon or Tyson. Uh,
Ooh, I think who would you want to pair with Olave?
if I'm the Saints, I'm going Tyson. If I'm myself as a Falcons fan, I would really want them to draft Makai Lemon. Nothing to Makai Lemon. I just think Jordan Tyson is better.
So you're drafting Jordan Tyson.
Receiver. That's receiver.
Receiver,
Receiver.
either or is honestly a good pick.
Receiver. That's what the Saints need. Receiver. All right. Pick number 9 is the Chiefs. I feel like their pick has been predetermined if this player is available forever, and it's Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, yeah. They need running back. Jeremiah Love running back.
Mm-hmm. Bengals also need a lot, especially on the offensive line, but we know the Bengals, that's not how they roll. First kind of a slide as of expected. I'm going to have Caleb Downs going here. the stud safety from Ohio State,
Yep.
who is probably better than a lot of the people in front of him. He just unfortunately plays safety, and positional value is a thing in the NFL. So, anyways, next is the Dolphins. If I didn't have Delane going to the Giants, I'd have him going here. I have the Dolphins doing the same type of thing. Oh, hold on. Wait, they just released Tyreek Hill, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Jordan Tyson. Never mind.
receiver,
Jordan Tyson. Never. My bad. On me. Jordan Tyson.
whichever receiver. Who's he? What's it?
Lemon or Tyson. Whichever one is left.
Yeah.
Whichever one
Whichever.
of the first three we've just mentioned, Tate, Lemon, or Tyson, goes here.
Okay.
So now, pretty much a third of the way through, the Cowboys. What's their big? What do you think is their biggest need? Because I think I have my pick for
Dude.
them.
Um, I think realistically, they should replace Micah Parsons.
Oh
They
yeah,
and
our
and
wavelength is
and
linked up right now.
and that's like a very tough thing to do, but
Which
you gotta
they
find
tr-
you gotta find an edge
they
rusher.
tried to last year with Donovan Izuraku, who he had an okay year.
He had a pretty no, I liked what he did last year. I think he had a pretty solid year.
Like I said,
I think
he had a nice year, but I think
he's definitely like set himself up to take a big
yeah,
step.
but you need a pass rusher.
So
Maybe
who do you like here?
maybe someone who just had 14 and a half sacks in college last year is part of the best defense or one of the best defenses in the country. I don't know.
Yeah,
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 David Bailey.
yeah, yeah.
David Bailey.
It's David Bailey.
David Bailey. 13, the Rams. Oh my God, they got fried by JSN in the last two games they played against the Seahawks, and secondary was a weakness. Yeah, Jermon McCoy.
Really? You sure they're not going like offensive tackle?
Yeah, yeah,
All right, yeah, Jerome
Jermon
McCoy might be
McCoy.
the pick.
There's not with both the tackles we've already taken. I don't think there's another one worth drafting this high. Is the issue?
No, not at what are we at? 15,
What the
13?
yeah the next highest tackle on this board is Caden Proctor, who I think is a project, not an immediate start guy.
Not a top 15 pick.
Yeah, that's a guy you're gonna have to work up. So
Yeah.
that's why. Next is the Ravens. If we had a friend who a Ravens fan, he'd been asking for this since last year. He hates both the players that currently start at this position, and he thinks they desperately need a new one. Give us the guard from Penn State, who I'm not going to try and pronounce the last name too because I will get it wrong.
I got you. Oleva Vega Ione.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Ryan.
I feel like that worked. I feel like that's good.
Alive Vega Ione. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Something
So the
like that.
Ravens get a new guard in there with the new coaching staff. Some areas of concern on the
Yeah.
defense, but I feel like the guard is the most glaring issue.
Yeah. I mean, you just gotta set your base a little bit. So
Yep. Next is the Bucks. Went wide receiver in the first round last year. Think they're good on that. I think they're good on offensive weapons. I even if Mike Evans, he's up for free agency this year. I'm pretty sure, right?
yes.
So I think even if he doesn't resign with them, which I still think there's a decent chance he does.
I think he will. I think he will. I think he's a career
Career buck.
buck. Yeah, career buck. I think he's there for life.
They need to beef up their defense, especially on the second level. I think this is a good spot for the other linebacker from Ohio State, Sonny Styles.
Okay. I like that. I think it's also a good spot for I think a Cassius Howell.
It's not
I
bad
like
as well. Um,
but I mean, yeah, I could see some sort of linebacker front seven guy.
Yeah.
Some sort of front seven guy.
Yeah. Here's where things start to get a little dicey because there's a lot of teams that need a lot of the same thing, and there's not enough players at that position to go around. So we have some teams getting on positions who they really don't need, but then they start reaching on other guys. So dicey. Once again, want to mention first draft we've done of the year. This is before the combine. We'll know a lot more after this week.
Yeah, seriously.
Jets. Already,
Kind of just going off the PFF grades right now.
already picking. I'm going off more of just what these NFL teams did
What they
poorly
need,
last year and
plus-
what they need.
Yeah.
The Jets. We had
You know what I
had them picking Ruben Bain second. So now what's the move here?
So they picked an edge rusher. So they've got a stack on defense. They could. I mean,
Do they double up on do what the Falcons did last year and double up on the D line,
I like a.
or do they get a corner to replace Sauce Gardner? Regrettably, might have to be.
I don't think they get a. Corner.
You're saying that because you want Avion Terrell to fall to 23. That's why you're saying that.
I think Avion Terrell should fall to 23. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think there's too many teams in here that need a corner before Avion Terrell's going to fall to 23 or out of the second round. What mock draft was that?
No. Number 1 or something like that. The ESPN mock draft.
Yeah, that's bad. Anyways,
Come on, how is he falling, bro? I mean, yes, Avion Terrell could look good here. I mean, you could also get Peter Woods out of Clemson.
That's what I'm thinking is the move here.
Just really beef up that pass rush and look next year for a corner maybe, or look in free agency maybe for a corner.
Or later. There's a lot of decent corners in this draft.
Yeah, I mean, I really think this is a strong defensive draft.
Oh yeah.
Over offense.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that was weird.
Yeah.
My bad.
I agree.
On me. The Lions. Again, they kind of need the same things. They need maybe a lineman, but probably some defensive things. I think this is actually a good place for Cassius Howell, to pair up with Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, get a second guy on that.
Let me see something real quick.
On that pass rush.
Honestly, I think it might be their preference which guy they probably end up liking more between Howell and Keldrick Falk.
Yeah.
So that's. I actually think Falk might fit them better than Howell did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go Falk here.
Okay.
Ooh, the Vikings.
Yes, this is a team that needs a corner. It is.
This might be where Terrell goes.
This is where Avion Terrell goes, but if I'm Howie, I am heavily pushing for a trade at 18.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you can get a trade at 18, you can feel confident that if you really want Avion Terrell, I think that's where you would trade up to. I think there's enough guys
just really want Avion Terrell.
I really want Avion Terrell.
That's fine, me too, buddy.
He's my favorite player in this draft.
Yeah.
So, because of how much I really didn't like Adoree Jackson for most of last year. But I think this is where Avion Terrell falls.
Yeah. Could see that. All right,
which is a good spot. I like that. I like him in Minnesota.
Panthers up next. Offense was nice last year. The defense, especially in the front, could use some work. Or there's something really wild that they could do. Because they got.
I think there's something fun. I think there's something fun that they can do here.
What do you think it is?
I think they
Wait,
could
wait. Hold
use.
on, hold on. I wanna, I wanna see if we're linked up. I want you to here. Is it this?
I'm looking.
Is it that?
It is that.
Boom! We're so locked in. Kenyon Sadiq. Let's
Yeah,
go.
dude. I think realistically, I mean, you pair Bryce Young with Ted McMillan. Hopefully, I feel like this would be the year that
Xavier,
what's his face,
Xavier Leggett.
you know, yeah, Xavier Leggett actually starts catching the football. If not, then he just doesn't have a career in the NFL, and that's fine. But I would really hope he would start catching the football this year. And then you've got, uh, I mean, Chuba Hubbard, and if they re-sign him, question mark. God, I can't think of his name.
Dowdle.
Guy that went. What?
Rico Dowdle. Is that who you're trying to think of?
Yes, thank you, Rico
I
Dowdle.
think they'll let him walk. I
If
think they're
they,
gonna let him walk
I think they are as well. But
because they got
if they were to keep him,
You should know Mr. Texas. They got Jonathan Brooks coming back from injury. I think they'll be fine with Hubbard and Brooks.
yeah, that's fair. They do have Jonathan Brooks coming back. Brooks and Hubbard will be good together. And then you got Kenyon Sadiq now at tight end. I think you're giving Bryce Young a lot of weapons to work with. He made the playoffs last year. I think they should finish above 500 if they get Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah. Back to the Cowboys. We had taking David Bailey early on. Now at pick 20, there's other needs that they could potentially go get. Problem with this is like we said, defensive heavy draft, but a lot of them are in similar positions. Um,
You know who I really like here? And I think Dallas is going to double up on the edge rushers.
really? So you think they'll have
I think
three?
I mean, what?
You think so you think Dallas was gonna have
Oh
three?
no, they got Ezra. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. We already talked about Ezraku. All
Yeah.
right, yeah, no, they're not gonna triple up. God, they need a. You know, it'd be really cool
What?
if they did this. If they picked up Anthony Hill,
Yeah, but I think this is too early for Anthony. Yeah, you could. This might be a trade. They might trade this pick away
that's probably not a bad idea. Ooh, you know, I if I am Vegas, I'm calling up right now,
to get this one.
getting that trade done.
Who'd
Yep.
you want here?
Who would I want here?
If you're Vegas, yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. Give me the best available offensive lineman, which would be okay.
Not
It'd either
Vegas.
be
Nah.
Caden
No.
Proctor.
If you're no. Caden Proctor does not need to go to Vegas.
No, I know, but I'm saying here we go. Hold on. Give me Emmanuel Prignon. I think that would be a good spot for him. I think guard from Oregon.
Um.
I know the first one you usually want is your blindside blocker, but I mean,
Yeah,
uh,
man. If I'm Dallas, I'm trading this pick. I just don't know if that.
I think Vegas needs to trade back into the first round, though. That's my thing.
Yeah, I think so
Because
too. But I don't know if that is it right there.
they got to go offensive.
Yeah, but I don't think you go that guard. I think you go tackle here.
But then you've got.
You could go Monroe Freeling. You could
Are
go
you saying Caleb Lomu?
the other one from Lomu from Utah. Um, yeah, they need his
Or
safety too. This could be a Dylan
you can
Thieneman.
take the guy who got the number one PFF grade for tackles this year.
Who was that?
Come on, bro.
Is this Anthony hit?
Oh no, he's a guard. No, dang it.
I meant the offense. I was like, huh? Or you talking about Keegan Trost?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's.
I swear I thought he was listed as a tackle for some reason.
I'll list Dylan Thieneman here now. Because I just don't think there's any corners like. Oh, Brandon Cece's here. And they did cut Trayvon Diggs.
Malik Muhammad.
Malik Muhammad. Yeah. Says the Texas.
Yeah, this is kind of one of those picks where it's like, realistically, anything could happen here. So,
Uh, I'll put CJ Allen here for now because linebacker is something you know. I think it's a little bit of a reach, but I think CJ Allen is a really good ball player.
fair enough.
Fair enough. Anyways,
21.
Yep, 21 to the Steelers. Man, there's a lot of different directions they could go here.
Dude,
They need a receiver.
I'm low key thinking best available because they're not drafting a QB this year, and that's like I think they're one position of like desperate need. I
Let's
guess receiver as well, but
well,
like there's not.
unless Rodgers comes back for another year, which that's still to be decided. Which will do.
Why else would they have hired Mike?
Which will do for another that'll do for another year.
Right, that he's got one more year of 4-13 balling.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
No, they will be a top 15 pick next year though, for sure.
I think this is I'm not gonna lie. I think this might be receiver here. Just
I will give you KC Concepcion.
yeah, that makes sense because they're bringing Metcalf back and they need someone inside, someone quick because Metcalf does what he does, but that's yeah. Concepcion seems good here. Ugh. On to the Chargers, who, again, as always, seem to need offensive linemen. This is probably a good spot for Caleb Lomu.
Did they not need guard this year?
Yeah, but like
Was that not
the
a?
thing with tackles, especially talented ones, is you can move them to guard and they'll be all right.
You can move them. That's fair. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I think it's better to get a first round caliber tackle in the first round and move him to guard if that's what you need than reach for a second round guard in the first
Guard
round.
in the first.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Eagles. With what's left, what is
Man.
your preference of pick here?
Gee, I think okay. We talked about this before, like earlier. Caden Proctor might be the best available option just because of the fact he is a project pick, and you've got guys like Jordan Mailata, Lane Johnson, and Landon Dickerson all on that offensive line that can coach him up. The only reason I wouldn't like that pick is because the Eagles will have a new offensive line coach because they decided not to listen to their Hall of Fame offensive line coach last season, and he decided to quit. I think edge rusher is another pretty big need for the Eagles. It's kind of one of those quieter ones too. So honestly, you know what? Yeah, give me Akeem Ezador. If
Whoa,
Davion
bro,
Terrell is
there's still
not on
Cassius
there,
Howell. Hold on. There's still Cassius Howell.
there's still no. I have Cassius Howell going earlier.
Okay, he's still here on mine.
All
So
right.
then on yours, Keldrick Falk would be there, right?
Yeah, but I still like Akeem Ezador more than Kendrick
Hey,
Fall.
that's your pick. Okay, edge rusher. Got it. That's the message.
Edge rusher. What edge rusher?
Period.
Give me an edge
Cool,
rusher.
cool.
Give me somebody to pair with. Actually, just give me somebody on the. Jalix Hunt has been fine, and Nolan Smith has been inconsistent. Like he had a good 20. What was it? 3 year, 24 year. Yeah,
Yeah.
good 2024. But like 2025 was kind of a letdown because he was coming back from injury. Um, and Jalix Hunt, I mean, you're only going to get so much from him. So, like, I think they need to go edge rusher here.
All right.
I think if they beef up that front seven, they can worry less about corner two because, again, Adoree Jackson kind of did better later in the year.
Back to the Browns.
God, again.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
We had them take tackle earlier.
great. They can get another one.
No. Who? You're not gonna the Browns drafted Caden Proctor as recipe for Caden Proctor needs to go to a not disaster of an organization, and he can be a star.
Monroe Freeling.
That's not a bad pick here either. Um,
If I just start saying Georgia guys, are you just gonna say that's not a bad pick?
no, like no, that's not what we're going with at all. I just think that's not a bad pick. But I don't think that's what they go with there. I think
What about Zachariah
they
Branch?
go no, they do not need that type of receiver. I think they need a receiver, but not that receiver. I think they need Denzel Boston,
Yeah. Okay.
a true primary system independent receiver. That's what I think the Browns need here.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Bears need defensive linemen, and Caleb Banks is sitting right there, and I think he's going to go to the Bears. Caleb Banks
You know.
banged up a little bit this
You
year, but
know.
I think that guy was still one of the best defensive linemen in the country when he was healthy. What are you about to say? I'm listening.
I think there's just a slightly better pick here. I think Luther Burden was just a great
Oh my
pick last year.
God.
I think the Chicago Bears should continue zero bias, by the way. Just
Zero,
just
zero. No bias
just
here.
no
No bias,
bias
guys. No bias.
whatsoever. I think the Bears need to go with just a really energetic guy off the edge. He can talk the talk, he can walk the walk. Give me Zion Young.
I would love that. I would love that.
Just zero, like none whatsoever, no bias at all.
Anyways, onto the Bills, who I think got unlucky in our mock draft because we had 5 receivers, and they'd probably pick a receiver if any of those 5 are still available at their pick at 26. Problem is they're not.
Maybe Josh Allen should just be bad for one season. Actually,
Don't carry for 1 year, Josh.
actually, I have an even better idea. How about you get a guy who can provide you some late game
You
catches,
about
some
to say
late,
Kevin Coleman? Is that?
really good and
Are you about to say Kevin Coleman? Is that what I'm about? Is that what I'm about to hear come out of your mouth? Is
zero bias.
Kevin Coleman? Zero bias, by the way. Yeah. Wait. We got one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. Let's go draft a slot receiver. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Oh, wait. We have a young receiver who's struggling and would probably be better in the slot, even though we have another slot receiver. Let's go get another slot receiver. Ryan has left his computer.
Look, there's nothing wrong with going Mizzou back to back. They did not have that bad of a
I
year.
didn't
All
say there's
right.
anything wrong with it. I just think that's not a good pick.
Yeah, no, that's a horrible pick. They need to pick like they need a number one receiver, and they're just too good to be like needing a number one receiver. Like
Yeah.
Josh, genuinely, Josh Allen needs to be bad for one season. Get a top five receiver, get a top three receiver next year,
I'll just take one in this.
and
There's
or
plenty to
just
get in the second round. Diego T.J. Parker here, I think. 'Cause I don't think there's any DBs left. Oh, Brandon Sissy's still here. T.J. Parker or Brandon I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's CC
yeah, I have no idea.
or Sissy. I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah,
on to the
something on the defense.
on to the Niners. Um.
Ooh.
Hmm,
Uh,
hmm, hmm, hmm.
I actually have no idea what they could need. Um,
Hmm.
Safety might be nice.
Hold on. What did I have been a little critical of one specific player through this entire section that is still on the board.
Hold on.
You've brought him up multiple times, and I said no, bad fit.
Brought him up multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
However, oh, is it it's the Is it the guard from? Oh,
Nope.
Caden Proctor.
Trent Williams is 37. What better
He's a
mentor
little old.
to Caden Proctor would be than Trent Williams? I think Caden Proctor would be
Lane Johnson.
fit nicely. Trent Williams is better than Lane Johnson.
Whoa, whoa.
Okay, because you're an Eagles fan.
That's not a crazy thing at all to say, but whoa. It's, it's not like jump to conclusions at least. Jeez.
No, that's one I'll jump to safely, comfortably.
Okay. Okay. I'll come back with facts next week.
I'm
Hold on.
very,
Let
I'm
me just make sure.
very excited to see what facts Ryan brings next episode about why Lane Johnson is better than.
Hold on. He's gotten how many? Okay. Hold on. I need to see this before I even like.
I
All
will
right.
continue
So
with the video where Ryan does whatever he
yeah, yeah, yeah,
does.
yeah, yeah. I'm doing
Um,
some quick research.
Texans need some O linemen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What?
They're low key very comparable.
Didn't say they weren't. I just think Trent Williams is
Ah,
better.
Trent Williams has one more first team All Pro than Lane Johnson. They have the same amount of All Pros though. So
Okay,
it's
and now
like,
I'm going to ignore you and get back to the video.
all
Whoop-de-doo.
right.
Texans, Monroe Freeling.
Texans offensive line.
Monroe Freeling. I think is the only one left that's worth of a first round pick. Um, yeah.
I mean,
Any objection
yeah.
to that?
I would argue Prignon, but you're gonna say no. So
He's up there. No, I think he could, especially one of these late guys. And he might have Patriots. Well, we'll talk about the Patriots in a sec. Rams again. Got a corner earlier. Now, what else could they use? Um,
I feel like a linebacker could be fun for them.
could be nice. Um, what Anthony
I
Hill?
don't think they need anything on that front four.
Anthony Hill. Anthony Hill would be a really good pick here. I think.
Anthony
I'm
Hill
not
would
gonna
be
lie to
sick.
you. Anthony Hill would
Anthony Hill
be a
would be
pretty
sick.
solid pick here. The Broncos. Um,
Uh, I almost like tight end here.
Eli Stowers. Is that
I like Eli
is that what
Stowers.
me and you were thinking?
I think you need skill position of some kind, and running back is kind of off the board in my opinion.
Also, don't I think they
Um,
need pass catchers more than they need a running back. RJ Harvey will suffice for a little bit.
you know who I think could be really cool?
What?
Omar Cooper Jr.
That might be a nice pick here. Wait,
I am super high on Omar Cooper Jr. After I saw the Penn State catch, he's I like how am I not?
yeah. All right. Put Cooper. Yeah.
Either of the Indiana
Yeah.
receivers, realistically.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not ranked higher.
I think pass catcher here. I like pass catcher. It could be Cooper. It could be Surratt. It could be Stowers if you favor
Just
a tight
a
end.
target for bonus.
A weapon. Yeah. New England. Hey, what'd you say about Pregnon? That I'm gonna shoot down in
Prignon.
Prignon. Sorry, Prignon.
I assume I can only assume that's a French last name.
Yeah, here, right here. There we go.
You-
You watch the Super Bowl, you'll know why.
yeah.
Put in a blender was the Patriots' offensive line. Okay.
Yeah, you give up one sack a game for 12 games, you're gonna be working at Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah. Will Campbell. Anyways, okay. Some fun to be had with Seattle here. Tariq Woolen is a free agent. Should they
Ooh,
not think to re-sign him, corner might be an option. But there's also a lot of defensive linemen here who have been left off, and literally there's 4 who could be fun.
Give me your best available front seven guy. I think that's what Seattle should go with. I think their defense is a little bit on the older, like their defensive front is a little bit on the older side, if I'm correct. I think
Yeah.
they've got a couple of young guys there,
So I think
but like some key pieces that are old.
my pick for that would be Lee Hunter. Would be Katie McDonald if I didn't watch Lee Hunter absolutely destroy people in the Senior Bowl. I'm talking about like multiple people at, you
Yeah.
know, that guy couldn't be stopped that weekend. I think he's going to show a lot more at the combine this week as well. For the final pick of our first mock draft, Lee Hunter.
I feel like we did some pretty good work.
We did too half bad. Like I said, a lot's going to change. But I like what we have here. Like I said,
Why is Jacob Rodriguez the 93rd ranked player? What are we talking about, bro? Why is Josiah Trotter in front of Jacob Rodriguez on these
Whoa,
rankings?
where'd the Mizzou bias go? Hold on.
Dude, screw the Mizzou bias. It's Jacob Rodriguez. He was the Heisman this year. All
Anyways,
right, he was the pre-snap pressure Heisman. All right.
pre-snap player of the year. All right, well, I think this is, like I said, I don't think this is too half bad. Some things might change, obviously, after this week. With the combine. Talk a little bit more about this later down the line as draft time gets closer. But yeah, that's, like I said, I think we didn't do too half bad, you know?
Yeah. I think we put together a solid draft,
Yes.
especially for the first one.
For our first crack at it this year, yes.
Pause.
Hey, head out. Go ahead and log off.
Yeah, I'm low-key done after that one.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all like the the deep analytical stuff we had, or just like stuff for this episode. But before we go, um, did want to share some more serious news. If you haven't heard, um, Vikings receiver Rondale Moore was found passed away yesterday. I haven't confirmed a cause of death, but there's been a lot of speculation. If you want to learn more, feel free to research more, but I'm not going to cover most of the details here because, like we said, a lot of it's not confirmed yet. But just wanted to share the message. Check on your people. Make sure they're doing okay.
Absolutely.
Mental health matters. So, like I said, always be checking on your people. Make sure everything's okay with them. Just the active checking on someone can do a lot. So that's that. Yeah, that's about it. Anyways, yeah, that'll do it for episode 28, right? Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Okay. 28 of the Pre-Snap Pressure podcast. Back in 2 weeks again with episode 29. Figure out some
Should,
stuff to do for then. What, you going to say something?
I mean, we'll have combine results, so we'll be able to put out probably a pretty good second mock draft, I would assume.
Probably.
And then when does free agency start? Soon, right?
So I think the New Year
It's like
starts
that
in
first or second weekend in March.
yeah, the New Year starts in March. So
Yeah. So we're getting there.
yeah, March 11th. So
Okay. So
that'll
won't quite be at the
won't be before
next
the next
episode.
episode, but it'll be closer to that. We'll have more information for you that anyways, and we'll find some other stuff to talk about. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. We will see you in 2 weeks.